Okay, guys, I recorded this episode at 60 frames per second and 1080p. Let me know if you see any difference or if you think it's worth it or not. Any feedback, like on the music and stuff too, is appreciated. Hey guys, welcome back to StoneBlock episode 16. I've been working in kind of off screen or off video, trying to see how I want to go, because there's a few things that we need to get done, and there's so many options in this pack to get there. So main thing I've been looking at is the ProjectE. It takes a lot of things to get set up, mainly like the transmutation table. So if we look at that, we see we had all these different ingredients. We started working on the tronium nuggets. I'll show you that here in a second. The next thing I haven't really got to yet is the mechanism HDPE, but we'll get to that soon. Dark matter is pretty easy with now that we have the philosopher's stone. It just takes a lot, tons and tons of coal to get there. But I've been working on that, and I can get to dark matter fairly easy now. The Evo infused ingot. We'll probably be doing that in probably the same way actually we'll use the enchanter. That's what I got the enchanter for. But I've got to set up power, so that's the other thing that I'll probably be getting to here in the video. So we'll need the power. I already made the enchanter. I think you see it in my inventory. Yeah, it's not hard to make. From extra utilities, you see it's actually pretty cheap to make. It does require some kind of books around it to work, so just like a regular enchanting table. So that's not too hard to do, the books. It's just getting power to it. And see what else for the enchanting table we need. ProjectE. Basically I want to get to these energy collectors, because that's like free EMC once we can get to it, but that's a long ways away. We'll have to get into Draconic and those kind of things. But let's look at the table. So right now what I've been working on is this night slime. Early on we got some of the saplings, the purple saplings here. And see if we can see that. Purple slime sapling. And used to you could use regular dirt, now you got to use slimy dirt for it. But so anyway, it's going to give us congealed slime plus these kind of purple slime balls, and you just make 4 of them makes a block. You can take 9 of them and equal a regular slime with vanilla slime. But in this case, we need the purple slime balls. And so all I did is convert them into blocks, and then I've been smelting them down over here in the Tinker's Construct type setup. And we're getting liquid molten night slime. So that's kind of what I've been working on here. It's a combination of iron, the pink slime or purple slime, and seared bricks. So let's put a little bit more of each of those in. We're going to need it down the road, so I'm not worried about if I make too much right now. So just I had to kind of watch the tank, because I get filled up really easy. So you just got to put the seared stone is the thing that needs the most. Let's see. So we look at these construction of it, and go over here. See it, molten iron 72 millibuckets, 125 millibuckets of purple slime, and the seared is 144 millibuckets, and that's when we get the molten slimes. So that's, like I said, that's kind of what I've been working on. Also, I've been working on chickens. The last episode was the chickens. I don't think I've done anything new over here. Animals I haven't really touched too much. The farm's just been going passively, both of the mob farms. Down here, I created the extreme crafting table. It just takes a little bit of resources to make it. And that's kind of why I've been working on video. It's not it's not a fun video just watching me grind for resources or making stuff. But all this is double compressed crafting tables, so a bunch of crafting tables. This is okay. The nether stars, I got something to show you on that. I've been opening those up with the red loot bags. That's what got me started with them. So these are fairly expensive. The crystal matrix ingots, and you know the diamond lattice is just 5 diamonds. So I mean, yeah, it's kind of expensive, but we've been grinding on material, so that's not a big deal. Nether stars, you know, that's kind of a big deal. And we'll get back over here and I'll show you. For those, I've been opening them up. I've got 14 in here now, just kind of looping these. But I've been doing this for a long time to get those. I think I'm maybe taking out 4 to use. And I thought about doing Mystic Agriculture, but it's kind of a pain in the butt, to be honest with you, to do that for those tiers. And so I thought about chickens. You know, again, it's kind of a little bit of a pain. But what I did come across is this weatherproof blocks. It's reinforced obsidian. And if we look at that, actually the way I found it, just to show you, is I went to weatherproof. I searched looking for weatherproof blocks and come across this. Reinforced obsidian is pretty easy. 4 obsidian and 5 iron bars. That's really simple. There is this other block up here you can use, which is dark iron, which we have some of that, but that's a little harder to get. So I consider, you know, a little more of a pricey build. But these are pretty cheap to build actually now. And there is some reinforced glass too. Let's see if it shows. Yeah, right here, like a weatherproof glass. That's not the one I used though. Let's see if we can see the glass. Yeah, like this one here, which is just obsidian and some dirty glass. So that's pretty easy to get. It's just so sand and regular glass. So I built this cool thing over here. It's my wither chamber, and inside of it there's a wither builder underneath, and then this mob grinder here, pretty easy to build too, and it basically takes care of killing the wither for you. See, Dronic cores we got from loot bags, along with some draconium ingots. We'll be working on this stuff pretty soon too, and so really this was fairly easy to build. Just getting power to it. Power is something that I've been trying to work on because it's been so long since I played modded packs to get the power and stuff. So basically what I've got set up is some magmatic diamond wells for power, and all we're doing is we have the crucibles with the yellorium blocks underneath to make magma, and our lava, and then it's used to power. Oh, nice little guy there. Let's take him out. Okay, and then we're using just some different fluid conduits to move the liquids around. I've got a cobble generator to feed the cobble into the crucibles, and then we're coming out with the power out of the top of the dynamos with more energy conduits and feed it into this wither builder. This is a pretty cool thing. You can pause it and set it up and everything. It does need power in, and then I've got materials coming into these 2 storage crates over here. This is coming down from our storage system, from the refined storage. The top one here is the wither skulls that we've got basically from mob drops, and then the soul sand here that we've got, and like I said, it just automatically feeds it. This wither builder machine itself, it knows how to build it. So if we turn it on here, just show you, we'll start a couple. You can see the wither spawning up here. It gets fairly noisy, so turn your volume down if you need to. But then up here, this machine here actually kills them. And then I've got an absorption hopper over here that's feeding back into our refined storage system. So it's pretty cool. I mean, easy setup. My power only lets me do maybe 10 before I run out of power, so that's another reason we're looking at getting more power. But if you look at this premium instance, I'm doing pretty good on that now. I mean, I did have a lot from just using Inferium and building it up with the mystical agriculture. But with these killing the withers, you get premium essence. And let's see how many other stars we have now. 16. Okay, so we have 30 total. So getting those other ingredients for the extreme crafting and stuff is working. I've just kind of been doing this like on the side as I build something, and I'll let it run. So we can go down here again, like I said, and just let this run for a little bit. I could wire this up so I have a lever or something on the outside, but it's really not that bad. Did it partially work here? Let's see. Does that make speed at once out? Even though the wither can't break these blocks, you can. And it's not too bad, but I'm not sure why that's not working. Let's grab some more of those back out, though. I've noticed some weird things after updating the pack again. Some things just get kind of locked up. Let's see what we got. Oh, we don't have power. Okay, stored energy. Okay, so let's pause that. He's got full power. Insert. So we should have power going to it. And that's the power for the killing machine here. So put it back up. Okay, it's fully powered. Okay. I might have turned the signal. Let's see here. Green power. Extract. Always active. And I'm getting power for everything, so I'm not sure why that stopped in the power. I might have to just break it and reset it. I've had to do that a couple times. Let's just try that real quick. Okay, it looks like it might have grabbed it over here in the absorption hopper. Yeah. Let's grab it back. This is some of the things you might have to deal with the pack as it updates. You know, it improves the creator of the pack, improves everything. Yeah, there we go. So I'm not sure why it does that, but every once in a while it does. But it's really, like I said, it's not a big deal. You just break it and then replace it. It does get a little bit noisy. Sorry about that, guys, if your volume's up. But as you see, it's pretty foolproof. I did have to reinforce the top. You see it's a little bit taller up there. The inside dimensions are 5 by 5. So if you're looking at building this, that's kind of what you need to do. And then I just build an extra layer out. Underneath, it's only one layer thick, but everywhere else it's a little stronger. I put this originally because I was coming in here just killing them manually. But with this grinder here, you don't need to even worry about it. So that takes care of itself. So, and I've been playing with the different decorations of how I want to do the cylinder. I kind of like those colors, so I think we'll just got to figure out what else we'll do with them. This is a color glowstone. And I wasn't sure about it, but it does light it up and it doesn't look too bad. And this bottom floor will be our machine area. So So all the different machines will eventually get moved here. Let's go back up and look at the chickens. Can I show you the process of those? I haven't really done a lot more chickens, to be honest with you. I think I've finished out this end. I've got the soul sand chicken, which we needed for the wither builder and stuff. And then I went up here and I did add, I probably should add another coal chicken too for the co-production, because like I said, that's what we're going to need for the dark matter, red matter. So chicken's doing pretty good. I've been just breeding those as they come along. It's not too hard. I just put them in the breeder here. These are some of the extras that we have, or some that I'm not going to use probably. I bred them up, like the lava chicken, and there's a water chicken. I really don't have a big use for those other than breeding with other chickens. So, string chicken, you know, like easy wool factory, I guess. These iron chickens I could put in, but I don't need the iron right now. Maybe produce a lot, so there's no sense in having them in the roost. But I will continue on that, building the chickens up to get all the different chickens, because I think that's how I want to do. Mystical agriculture we'll play with and get it going and everything and know how it works. But the chickens are the producers for us. So all we got down here is like, we have the roosts for the chickens, and then they're coming out. I think we've seen over here at the top. We're outputting up to here, like here's the bone white chicken, we get the bone meal. And so all we're doing is taking the output from the roosts now, and from the top and the bottom, we'll repeat this, duplicate it on the other side once I get the need for more chickens to flare, which we will. And I've just kind of been working on the chickens passively. And so we take all the outputs and put into the drawer controller down here, storage controller, and then it feeds with these oak trims back into the storage. And I've just got them lined up with these chickens, so we can kind of look at it like we know the bone chicken. We've got X amount of bone meal in here, the red stone chicken, and so forth. Otherwise, these would just put randomly. So I locked them, and then I can just put, like if I had another chicken up here, I can just put the items in here manually. That way it keeps everything organized if you just want to look at it visually. I mean, everything is viewable now because we have a connection to that system from here. So if I want to look at redstone, and you see, like I said, I've been working on the red matter and stuff. And to make the matter, so if you're not familiar with it, you need a philosopher's stone. And let's see, let's grab some coal. That way we can see how this works. I had to make this hammer too. So let's take here some of the coal. Goes in like this. It makes chemical coal. So we'll take 4 of those. And this is just kind of a grindy way. I think I'm going to make a crafter to take care of this here later. So I'll only do 1. See. Where's my philosopher's stone? And then, see, let's just grab a bunch of those, what we can of it. And then the next fuel that you're making is these Eternalist stone, or Eternalist fuel. That's what it is. It's been a while since I said that. So this is kind of like the ultimate that you're going to build up to. And if you take 9 of these, it makes a block. I think I might have some of these. Yeah, and these are good for power for energy later on. And if we look at the usage on it, let's see. smelts 4,608 items. This petrified generator, I think, is where we're going to get into for generating fuel, because we can put it in it, and it's got a huge amount of tick that can generate for power. Plus the petrified generator, the longer the tick rate burn, the more energy it produces. It only goes for 30 seconds, but it's going to produce a ton of RF per tick. So for 30 seconds, we're going to get this amount of energy coming out. Steam dynamo, that's cool. I've got the magnetic that I'm using right now, but I think I'm going to go to the petrified generator next. And talking about that, we'll get to the draconic, I think it's core, draconic core, reactor core, yeah. No, that's not it. That's not what I'm looking at. Core. Let's see. It's a chronic storage for energy. I'm not seeing it, but I'll have more information on the next episode. I'm not gonna try to remember. Like I said, I've got a lot of things going on, and that's kind of why it's taken a little bit for me to figure out where I wanted to go. Trying to research which energy solution I want to get. With these chickens and making the coal, it seems like it's the easiest way to be able to get energy output. So we'll get a lot of RF, and that maybe it's wrong, maybe it's not a draconic core, but I'll be placing it somewhere up here at the top, and basically it's going to be like a ball up here, that a battery, and it will hold the energy, and then we'll use the plugs and the points to output energy wherever we need them from now on. A little bit of wireless energy. You see there's a couple places that the weather did get out on me before I reinforced the weather cage. Done a little bit of damage. There's a few holes in the floor, but I refixed those. But guys, if you see something that you like or you don't like, or your suggestion, let me know. I really like what I've done with the color design here. We'll be mixing that up a little bit more. Not sure about the center down there, because machines will be on the floor, so it's going to be covered in part of it. I did have a design I wanted to lay out, but I don't know that it makes much sense to worry about too much of a design if we're going to cover it up. But we'll look at that too later. I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and like I said, we're kind of in the middle of a lot of good things getting ready to happen. We look at I haven't looked at the questing for a while, so we look at the quest. We've got a lot of this done. Infinity Catalyst, that gets a little bit crazy, so we're not quite there yet. Not sure why we didn't get this one. Oh, I know why we didn't ever get that flyer. Okay, so we'll work on that. That's something we can easily do. Extreme crafting. Let's go ahead and claim that. Neutrons, claim that. I don't know if I showed that, but I did get the machines built for those to collect the neutroniums, because we'll need those later on too. Power generation. Nothing new there. Like I said, I do have a method we could go with solar too, because there is, on top it's lava, but we've made our way up there, and now we could there is daytime, so we might be able to do that later. Mystical agriculture, I kind of worked all these out. I need to go back and do these ingots. Should be pretty easy to do, and then build these furnaces. They're really nice. I think maybe the ultimate furnace downstairs. It's pretty awesome. The storage, I haven't started working on the AE at all. The rest of the storages are finished. Draconic evolution. I've got the heart from the dragon, which that's just part of that. And then, I've got extra pieces that we've got from loot bags. So I guess I need to make this information tablet would be the next thing for me to do. And ProjectE, of course, I made the philosopher's stone, made dark matter. I've actually made red matter. Let's see. I just don't think I had it in my inventory. There we go. So we have that now. These tools, they get pretty grindy, expensive. So the next thing I'll probably be working on is a chemical chest and maybe the energy condenser. Because once we do this, we can kind of get into really what ProjectE is about. Be able to converting things that have EMC to EMC, and then once you have one item, you can actually not really duplicate it, but it is duplication, but through EMC, so it's a point value system. So we'll look at it. All right, let's see what we got in these two crates here. Flask of adrenaline, these two. Not really worried about that for building right now. And magma skin fire resistance. Not really needing that either right now. We're pretty good at the nether and stuff. We will be doing more dragon kills. There is a pack in this mod pack called Root that automates a lot of that stuff. So you don't even have to spawn something. It does it kind of in the machine, kind of if you would look at it kind of theoretically in another dimension maybe. And so it's pretty good for impacting the servers or whatever. Even though I'm only playing on single player, which shouldn't affect me too much. But if you're responding to a lot of mobs like that at once, which you can do in the Woot mod pack, it would take quite a bit of impact on the server. But so we really don't have to worry about that on here. I still haven't got a Skullfire sword. It's kind of the ultimate thing that you can get on these in this mod pack. You get like 999 damage and like looting 25. But we got system set up so it's not too big a deal for right now. Be nice to be able to get the looting on some of the things like that, but it's not the end of the world. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I went a little bit long, but I kind of want to explain what was going on, where we're at. Like I said, we're kind of in the middle of a lot of stuff. The next main thing I'll be getting into is trying to create those HTTP sheets that we need to do for ProjectE. And that's getting onto these tables. So everything else I think we can get to pretty easily. We will need to get into the draconic infusion stuff for these energy condensers though. So this is pretty cool, exciting stuff. And now we've started to get the rest of the stuff. But maybe that will be the next episode. Chickens, like I said, we'll just do off screen. I'll breed those up. If you need any help or need more information, let me know about doing the chickens. It's kind of just a grindy process. You start up one chicken, figure out where you want to go, and then figure out what kind of chickens you need to get to the next one. But okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you next time. Bye.